Welcome back to my channel. Let's go ahead and jump straight into the reading really quickly. I wanted to make this announcement. I asked you guys on my community wall if you guys wanted me to go live more and do personal readings where like I do a question for you guys, like really quick readings. And you guys said yes. It was like 80% of you guys said yes. So I'm going to be incorporating that more on the YouTube channel. So definitely make sure that you stay tuned and that you hit the notification bell so that you can know whenever I go live, or subscribe to my website. And literally all my information that you need to book a reading, to join my Patreon, all that will be listed in the description as always. And let's flip the camera and get into the reading. Enjoy. All right, Virgos, let's jump straight into your reading. Let's start with this deck. All right, messages meant to find my Virgos at this very moment. What's coming through? Messages meant to find my Virgos. Holy moly. Okay, let me just get these cards off the floor. Virgos. Alright, so we have doubt. I release the need to know all the answers. So this is making sure you're not so absorbed with the outcome. Sometimes we just get so caught up in what we want things to look like, how things are supposed to play out in our minds, and understand that we can have a vision for something and we can try our best to manifest in terms of getting a specific outcome. But whenever you hold on to outcomes, expectations, expect to be disappointed because the universe may have a different plan for you than you may even be aware of. Circumstances just may not play out like how we envision it sometimes. But beyond that, I also see that with this, there's a need for you guys to reshape your belief system. Are you attaching yourself to the outcome of situations, or are you looking at every situation as an experience? Because that's the way we should always go into life, understanding that everything's an experience, down to the jobs that we have, down to the people that we date. It's just us as humans, we emotionally attach to, you know, people, outcomes, everything. So once you reshape this thought process of holding on to things, then you're able to kind of shift this energy of doubt, and also trying to be super predictive. Only way that you can, well, I'm not going to go into that. We'll go on forever about that. I was trying to give you guys a whole feel. But anyways, we have relationships. I am attracted to those people, who serve my higher good. So yeah, this is making sure that you guys are not saving space for somebody who is very detrimental to your mental health or your personal growth. And a lot of you know that you guys are dealing with somebody who's very destructive. You may even call them narcissistic. You may even call them toxic. If you can identify that somebody has these qualities, or you describe them this way, this is a sign that that's not somebody to keep space for. Point blank, period. There's also being aware of how relationships, personal connections that you have can take you a lot further. So Spirit is definitely urging you to get out the house if you're trying to get a business going, or maybe you have a client-based business. Going outside and making relationships, making connections may benefit you a lot. So don't sleep on that. I have loneliness. I know that I am never alone. So yes, it's being careful of who you allow in your space out of lonely moments. Sometimes, look, it happens. You've been single for a long time. You may contact an ex or two. You may wonder what an ex is doing. You may engage with somebody who you know really doesn't care that much, but you just want to see. Loneliness comes with boredom. And protecting your peace also sometimes comes with boredom. But also be aware of what you do in those lonely moments. And also understand that you're never alone. You have a spiritual team backing you. But another thing I'm seeing with this, Spirit is saying get out the house. Like, I kind of saw that with relationships before loneliness came out. Some of you really need to get out of the house so that you can make more meaningful relationships, so you don't experience loneliness. Because a lot of you have done the healing journey, or you're at least in a good space in your healing journey, because the healing journey never ends. But you do need to surround yourself around new energy. All right, we also have worry. It says, I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. So yeah, fixating on things you can't change gets you nowhere. And this goes back to what I was saying with the doubt card. The only time you exist in a space of worry is when you feel like what you're doing isn't enough. If you're on top of, let's say, let's use a business, for example. If you have a business and you're on top of all the important things, then it's, I don't want to say it's bound for your business to be successful, but as long as you do what you need to do, then the cause and effect will be in alignment with what you put in, if that makes sense. Hopefully you guys get what I mean by that. But let's go ahead and pull some cards from my tarot deck and see what else comes through. Virgos. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. Messages they need to hear right about now. So, 8 of Cups. Acknowledge you're not happy. Some of you are like trying to make excuses for the fact of why you're not happy, why something's not making you feel fulfilled. Some of you are trying to talk yourself out of believing that you're unhappy, when the best thing for you to do is acknowledge that you're not in a space to where you feel fulfilled. And this is recognizing that it's okay to walk away from something that once did make you happy. A lot of times people stay in situations where things have dried up. The chemistry's gone. You know, the desire to exist in a certain space isn't there anymore. And we feel bad because it was something that we loved to death previously. But this just means that you've outgrown it. And there's nothing wrong with outgrowing spaces. Alright, so we have the Star card as well as, I think the Justice card wanted to flip upright, so I'll just take it that way. Okay. So Spirit is saying, recognize somebody as being a karmic. Some of you may be believing that someone's a soulmate. Spirit is saying, nope, this is not a soulmate. This may be just a karmic individual. Spirit is also saying someone's going to get their fair share of karma. Don't you worry. There's no need for you to like obsess on whether or not someone's going to recognize how they wronged you or learn their lesson for certain things they may have done. Understand this person definitely is going to go through their fair share of karma. But it's important to stay out of the way. Some of you guys want somebody to receive karma for what they did, but then you also want to go back to that situation. And you can end yourself up in the midst of that person's karma. Spirit saying you guys also need to get back in tune with self. Like a lot of the things that kept you grounded, a lot of things that kept you in a position to where you were manifesting and you were in high spirits, you don't do anymore. This could be meditation. This could be having your own ritual routine that you had in place that kind of kept you grounded. And Spirit saying you need to get back into that. Also, yeah, I'm seeing that a lot of you do need to get back into the flow of traveling, experiencing life. Some of you are like letting stress from situations you don't quite understand or that you're not over to stop you from living your best life. And Spirit's like, when are you going to get tired of playing it safe and playing it cool when you could be damn thing. Virgos, messages they need to hear right now. Money versus love. So yeah, some of you guys are making it literally a battle between your finances and your emotional life, when it doesn't have to be that way. You could have a balanced love life and financial situation as well. You don't have to pick or choose. And any relationship that makes you have to pick and choose is not the one for you. Okay, but some of you guys are doing that, where mentally you're deciding, oh, well, I'm just going to be a super mom, a super dad, and that's just going to be my focus. I'm not going to allow myself to experience something meaningful. So Spirit is saying, stop being afraid to live your life the way that you want to. Also, I have communication here. So this is speaking to the throat chakra. Some of you guys need to balance out your throat chakra, or the person that you're dating, they need to work on how they express themselves to you, because there could be a complete disconnect between you and your person, mainly because there's bad communication. Horrible communication. Somebody's not expressing themselves in a way where you're able to really understand where they're coming from. Or vice versa. But these are just some of the things that I see. I hope I put things in perspective and that you took something from this video. If you did, definitely thumbs it up and subscribe, and I will see you later.